Okay, let's talk about something else. Players who won't be back next season. Who do we say goodbye to? Who have we seen for the last time? I think it's pretty clear that the left guard's not coming back, Spencer Burford. I think the Spencer Burford story, like career arc, is so interesting. They drafted him and they started him right away. 5th round pick. They had a feeling he could be a good player. They just couldn't figure out what his position was until this year. He was at right guard for 2 years. Then they benched him. Then he had to play right guard in the Super Bowl. Then they blamed him for the loss, for not blocking Chris Jones. Then they moved him to swing tackle, which is what he did all offseason. Then when 2 guys got hurt at left guard, they finally put him there. He had no experience there, and he did really well. He did so well that he's probably going to get at least $15 million a year and leave. Hilarious. Hilarious. I'm thinking Jauan Jennings is going to be gone too, although I'm not sure. I think it's one of these, like, Parag is going to say, absolutely no way are we paying Jauan Jennings. And Kyle's going to say, I really want him. Doesn't it kind of feel like that? And then the last we saw Jauan Jennings, he was crying at his locker and saying how much it meant to him to be here. I just feel like he's done it all right. Like, he's the anti-Brandon Ayuk. He came back. He didn't stay out when he was hurt. He showed that he's a competitor and a warrior. He shows he wants to be here. Yeah, he got into a fight with Kyle Shanahan like Brandon Ayuk did, but they worked it out. And I think like Ayuk and Kyle did not have a good relationship. Ayuk's a little quieter than Jauan, and I think he's probably a little less mature. So if you say something to Brandon's not going to come to your office and be like, this is my sense of Brandon. He's not going to come to your office and be like, Kyle, we need to talk. I don't like the way you talk to me. I don't like we need to address this. I think Debo would do that. I think Jauan would do that. I think Jauan did that mid-game with Kyle Shanahan. Hey, man, let's talk. What are we doing? I think that's what Jauan did. And at a certain point, as a grown-up, you got to respect that. Like, all right, you initiated the conversation. At least we had stuff we had to get off our chest. Like, and Kyle, I mean, 45-year-old man, sometimes he won't initiate those conversations. Like, he can be a little bit like, well, let's just let the relationship fall apart. And I think that's kind of why things were bad. Like, him and Ayuk were kind of similar in that sense. Like, neither one's going to initiate the conversation. Jauan did. Shanahan appreciated it. Kept going back to him the rest of the year. He loves Jauan Jennings. And he's loyal to his vets. It's not like he's like, oh, Jauan's 29. We got to replace him. I mean, he'll hold on to Kyle Juszczyk till he's 40 if he can. He's for sure going to hold on to Trent Williams till he's 40. I think from Kyle's perspective, he plays through injury. He blocks. He's slow, but I mean, he can't get that much slower. He knows the system. He has a relationship with Kyle. He doesn't hate Kyle. He'll talk to Kyle. I bet you Kyle wants him. And that would be such a huge mistake. It would be such a huge mistake. Oh my God. Let him go somewhere else. He needs a fresh start. Let him get paid by some other team. I don't really want to see what Jauan's going to look like at 30 years old when he's making $15, $20 million a year. He's already hurt all the time. I don't really want to know. Let the Tennessee Titans figure that out. Let him go with Robert Saleh to Tennessee. I think that'd be a great fit for him. If the Niners are signing a wide receiver for $20 million a year, they're trading for A.J. Brown. That's the move. Otherwise, you're signing someone way cheaper than Jauan Jennings. Or no, you know what? No. If the Niners are signing a wide receiver, he can't be any older than like 26. I'm tired of them signing people who are 30. And like A.J. Brown's really good, so I guess I'd make an exception. But like their offense is already old as hell. Maybe no. Last year they signed Demarcus Robinson. Like, dude, no. And then you give them all these snaps. Like, can we go back and look at the Demarcus Robinson experience? Like, Demarcus Robinson, he's 31. You gave him a 2-year deal. He suited up for 14 games this year. He was on the field for 420 snaps. 420 at 31 years old. And he gave you, for 420 snaps, he gave you 22 catches for 276 yards and a touchdown, dude. He was the wide receiver version of Kyle Juszczyk. He didn't stretch the field. He averaged 12 yards a catch. He had 1 touchdown. So not only did you give him money to run around and do nothing, he took a bunch of snaps away from Jordan Watkins, who runs a 4.3, who's 22, who has potential, who might develop into something if he ever had the opportunity to play and develop. Instead, the snaps went to Demarcus Robinson at 31. What a waste. What an utter waste. He didn't just do nothing. He blocked. I'm not saying it's his fault. It's Kyle's fault. But Demarcus Robinson didn't just do nothing. Like, he blocked Jordan Watkins from developing. It'd be like playing Jason Pinnock at nickel over Upton Stout all year. Demarcus Robinson was the offensive equivalent of Jason Pinnock. Whatever you do, Kyle, stop with the 30-year-old players on offense. You have plenty of them. You got to get guys who were like 25. 20, I'll take 27. Oot now says Kyle would have gotten coach of the year if he would have put up 42 points against the Seahawks. It's a regular season award. But yeah, I guess he would have. All day, every day, Kim says, Grant, there's a big separation from 80s and 10s fan base. 80s, we know how it was ran and it was successful with rings. This generation is happy with playoffs. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of people who worship Kyle Shanahan. There's a lot of people who worship Kyle Shanahan, which is interesting because I mean, worshiping a coach or a player is kind of strange just to begin with, but like usually the people who get that kind of like reverence are champions. John Wooden, Bill Walsh. And you look at them because like they represent not just excellence in their field, but like someone who was able to reach the top of their craft and sustain it. And there's some sort of like life lesson. Like John Wooden can teach you about excellence and perseverance and practice and determination and not just basketball. Like you want to learn about John Wooden because you'll be a better person because if you learn about John. Like that's that kind of stuff. Like Kyle, what does he teach you about? Gadget plays? Outside zone? How to get real close but not finish? I mean, I just don't understand the like cult worship of him. Andy Reid doesn't have a cult like that. Sean McVay doesn't have a cult like that. Kyle Shanahan has the biggest group of straight up worshipers of any coach in the NFL. It's strange. If he had won 5 Super Bowls, I'd get it. Belichick doesn't have a group of fans like that. It's strange. Dazza says with Warner, Bosa, Kittle getting older and coming off serious injuries, as well as CMC, Trent getting older, who's the future core of the Niners? Well, that's kind of the problem, right? You got Brock Purdy. And I don't know who else. I'm not done with this topic yet, though. Is Ricky Pearsall coming back next year? They kind of need him. But I mean, are they going to give him a starting job? Is he coming back next year? I don't know. If they're going to trade someone, would it be him? He'll probably come back next year. What about Renardo Green, though? Last time we saw Renardo Green, he was getting yelled at by Kyle Shanahan on the sideline and benched. Went back in the game because he's objectively better than Darrell Luter Jr. But if they had someone who was better than Renardo Green, I mean, obviously, but like, it doesn't seem like they're that high on Renardo Green. He's not a particularly good tackler. He's not particularly good in zone coverage. He wants to play man-to-man coverage, which the Niners don't do a lot, and Kyle Shanahan, he gets benched mid-game more than kind of not kind of frequently, and then when he gets chewed out, he doesn't look at the coach, and he seems really annoyed. It's not like he's the opposite. He's more like Ayuk than Jauan Jennings. It's not like he's going over to Kyle and yelling at him and be like, "Hey, man, I want to play. I want to be a factor." It seems like he's walking away from Kyle. Like, I don't want this confrontation. I don't want to hear it. I wouldn't be surprised if he's out. Although, so much anytime you get a new defensive coordinator, a lot depends on that guy's opinion of these players. What do I think of Renardo? Well, actually, I want to run man-to-man coverage. We're going to need Renardo. If they bring in Gus Bradley, he wants to run zone the entire game. He might get rid of Bernardo Green. And then my favorite player of all time, 31, the one, the only, Garendo. Why'd they do Isaac like that? What did Isaac Garendo do to them to deserve getting put on ice for a whole season? I mean, they traded up for him. They played him over Jordan Mason. They seemed to like him. They threw him passes. He seemed like kind of an intriguing receiver out of the backfield. I mean, his vision was non-existent, and he ran upright and seemed like he was kind of injury prone, but still, like, not one carry, not even one, not one. So yeah, he's not going to be on this team next year unless they like the idea of just wasting one roster spot on a player who doesn't get to play ever. You can't rule that out. But I'm thinking Isaac Guerendo's probably not coming back, and I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing for him because maybe now he gets to play football somewhere.